I always say, be careful what you wish for. And I remember Brooklyn Nets fans were celebrating. They were jumping in the streets. We got Kevin Durant. We got Kyrie Irving. Everybody's like, all right, cool. You know, Knicks fans were a little jelly because they thought that KD was going to be a Knick, obviously. And, you know, Knicks fans were like, well, you guys are going to suck. You know, that little banter or whatever it is. But I thought that the Nets did something good. Brought in two guys, two superstar players that can be able to change the dynamic of your organization in regards to going from a laughingstock to respectability. But what do they do? Just like most desperate franchises do. They go overboard because they don't understand where there's a limit. You have to know certain players don't deserve certain levels of power. You know you can be able to trust LeBron James with power. You know that you can be able to trust Michael Jordan with power. They gave him a little power in Chicago. Magic Johnson had a lot of power in LA. But there's certain players that you know that they're just designed to be players. They should not have any dealings in the front office. But smart organizations do that, not desperate ones. And the Brooklyn Nets are a desperate franchise. When you give Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and then add James Harden to that mix when you didn't have to. They had a young team. They had talented players, Jared Allen, Karis LeVert, Spencer Dinwiddie. They had a nice combination of young talent as well as veterans. But what did they say? Oh, no. We don't want that. No. We want James Harden. We want a guy that's never won anything in the playoffs. We want a guy that's cried his way out of situations, that doesn't show up in shape for regular seasons, right, that just does what he wants. We want him to go with the other two guys that one is not a leader and the other one takes days off because he doesn't really care. So you have three of those guys on one team and everybody thought that it would work. But you know who knew it wasn't going to work?
Knicks fans.
This guy. This guy right here. I knew it wasn't going to work. I knew it. You can't put three of those guys together and expect it works, right? No. So what happens? Kyrie Irving says, all right, I don't want to take the vax. I'm going to stay home. James Harden gets mad at Kyrie Irving, so he wants to leave. KD is by himself, and he wears down at the end of the season. Now we're here. Kyrie wants to leave. We're hearing he wants to go to LA. KD has asked for a trade out of Brooklyn, and James Harden is already in Philadelphia.
The vaccination, that was the downfall.
Do you think so?
Of Brooklyn, absolutely.
I don't agree with that.
Absolutely.
You know what I think the downfall was?
Where?
You know what I think the downfall was?
Where?
Them allowing Kyrie to take the podium and say, yeah, Steve Nash, we're gonna co-coach. There is no head coach here.
Yeah, that was the beginning of it. But the real downfall was Kyrie not getting a vaccination. Because
I agree.
That statement was made before James Harden.
Right.
Right? So once James got there, it was like that was a lock. That's finals. That's finals. Not finals victory, but finals appearance.
Yeah,
at
yeah.
least.
Of course.
At least.
They were at least a conference finals team.
Exactly. That's a bigger trio than Wade, Braun, and Bosh.
Well, talent-wise.
Talent-wise?
Not
yeah,
IQ
sure.
wise.
But not IQ-wise, but talent-wise.
Yes, I agree. Yes.
That's a big three.
Yeah.
They should at least have 3 NBA championships right now.
Who?
Not 0. The Nets.
3.
They should have 3. That's how good they are, bro.
This ain't 2K.
They should have. They should have played in the bubble. If they weren't in the bubble, then you know what wouldn't have happened.
You see, now you already throwing shots when you shouldn't throw shots. You shouldn't throw shots.
Listen, I'm a Knicks fan.
Yes,
I'm a Knicks fan.
And that's why
I have no ammo.
Company.
I have no ammo. But if they played in the bubble, they would have won. Kevin Durant hates press, hates media.
Kevin Durant hates
The
everything.
bubble would have been a perfect place for him.
Kevin Durant hates everything.
Kyrie likes to talk. The bubble would have been a perfect place for him because there's nobody to talk to.
Kyrie hates everything too. That's why they're best friends.
Yeah, but I'm saying they should have 3 titles.
That's why they're best friends. Look, I don't agree with the 3 titles.
At least 2.
At
least 2.
I think that they would have possibly got to 1. Like, think about last season. If Harden was healthy and Kyrie was healthy, I think they beat Milwaukee in that 7 games because KD did his thing, right?
Yeah.
He did all he could, but it just wasn't enough. You know, his big ass foot with the toe on the line.
Toe on the line, smaller sneakers.
You gotta understand, like you gotta move those planks.
Smaller sneakers make you run faster, remember?
So you know, it's but the thing is, there's chaos now, all because Brooklyn doesn't understand how to win consistently. They're not a franchise like the Spurs. You think this can happen in San Antonio?
Absolutely not.
Do you think this would have happened in LA?
But why? Why wouldn't it happen in San Antonio?
Stability.
No, but who is stabilizing?
Greg Popovich.
Exactly.
Yeah.
LA doesn't have that. They don't have.
You mean Brooklyn?
LA or Brooklyn doesn't have that.
Well, we had it before.
Yeah, before, but with Phil.
Okay.
Right?
But we have that's what I'm saying. We have a history of it. The Nets don't.
Right.
Nets don't.
The Nets, their glory years, glory days was when Jason Kidd, Kerry Kittles, Vince Carter, and Kmart.
Right. And what was the difference between that team and this team? You had a bunch of mature veterans that understood what they needed to do.
Right.
You got 3 guys that they put together that none of them win. KD won going to Golden State because of that culture. He went there for stability.
Right.
Kyrie Irving had success in Cleveland because of LeBron James and the stability of that 3-year run that they had.
Right.
James Harden had stability in regards to D'Antoni making him better than what he was in that system. Outside of that, James Harden is not as good as people think he is. He's good, but D'Antoni increased his level of usage. His points per game went up. His assists went up. Yeah. D'Antoni increased his ability. So outside of those 3 figures for these players, it's all chaos.
Yeah.
And now you put them all 3 together. Who's leading?
No one.
Who's leading?
No one.
That's the problem.
They should have never fired Kenny Atkinson and hired
one.
Steve Nash.
That's one.
They should have never did
I agree with you because Kenny Atkinson would have put their ass in their place.
Yeah, but that's when you go back to culture, like you said. But that's the Nets culture. They make big trades and nothing comes out of it.
Yeah.
When they have lesser players, they make it further.
Facts.
It doesn't make sense.
They gotta try harder.
Right. It doesn't make sense.
They actually have to do their job.
Exactly. You know, for those last 3 years, I mean, you could flip-flop Knicks and Nets, who's more dysfunctional.
Right. I would say the Nets. Now,
well, absolutely.
Here's a question for you, my man. Who's the most dysfunctional team that you've seen in the last decade? Is it the Nets? Are the Nets the biggest flop to you?
In the last decade? Well, there's a few teams. It can't just be the Nets.
Yeah, but is there any team that even comes close to the Nets?
No, not right now. Well, I mean, the Knicks. The Knicks definitely.
I don't think so, bro. Even the Knicks didn't have this level of star power and fail.
Yeah, but we had Melo.
We had
Stoudemire. It was still a level of dysfunction. Even when we had Spree and Allen, it was still a level of dysfunction.
But y'all got to
But we won. Once.
Y'all got to a finals.
Once.
And y'all got to an Eastern Conference Finals the year after. So y'all had some success. You didn't win a chip.
We didn't win.
But at least you went farther than these bums.
Yeah, but they went to 2 straight finals.
Yeah.
All right. Regardless of losing or winning, they went to 2. We went to the 1. And got beat.
The Nets right now, I don't know. What do you think, Cole? He's a Knicks fan too. He doesn't really care about the Nets.
Yeah.
I think it's over. Where does KD go?
If I'm Sean Marks, I send him anywhere but his destination spots.
Okay, so you want to play hardball.
It's not even
They've
playing,
never played hardball. All of a sudden, they're going to play hardball
It's
now?
not even playing hardball. It's, all right, you can't really send him to Phoenix. Who are you going to get in return? If that package doesn't include, like, Devin Booker, if it doesn't include Booker, I don't want it.
Well, the thing is, the funny thing about this whole situation, right, is that they can't trade Devin Booker.
Oh, right.
Because the way the NBA works, and a lot of people didn't know this, is that when you have that rookie extension, you can't have two guys on the same team with rookie extensions. Ben Simmons has one already, right? And if you trade for a guy like Devin Booker, he's another one. If you trade for a guy like Bam Adebayo, he's another one. If you trade for a guy like Jamal Murray, he's another one. So every young player that you know has had a rookie extension, which means that you can't trade them for KD.
So where's he gonna go?
So
Where is he gonna go? The Spurs?
How about Golden State?
Yeah, but what's Golden State giving up? If I'm the Nets,
Sign and trade Wiggins.
I don't want Jordan Poole and I don't want Wiggins.
Sign and trade Wiggins. Take Moody. Take Kuminga.
Wiseman.
You're not putting all of them in there, but
Listen, that's KD.
yeah.
It's Giannis, LeBron, KD, or you could say Curry.
I put Curry over KD right now.
We beg to differ, but yeah. I'll stick to my list.
What about Kyrie? Where does Kyrie go?
He stays in Brooklyn.
What?
What are you gonna do with him?
What do you mean?
Who wants him?
What you mean? Who wants him?
Who wants him?
The team in LA wants
Look,
him. The Lakers will take him. Listen.
But who are they giving up?
What do you mean? Who you giving up? Westbrook.
Nobody wants Westbrook.
They got no choice.
Listen, nobody wants Westbrook.
They got no choice.
Nobody wants him. Who are you gonna give up?
That's like somebody who is in high school and would you rather go to the prom by yourself or would you rather take the ugly girl who may like you?
Or just
take the ugly girl who likes you.
Or just stay home and go to the after parties.
Nah, you want to go to the prom. You want to go hang out with your friends, but you need a date because everybody else got one. You're not going to go there solo. So you want to take Westbrook.
No.
Take Westbrook.
No. I need AD and Westbrook.
No.
That's the only way it makes sense.
No.
You can't trade me a A+.
What about this trade package?
For a C.
If you're the net, all right, just behave like you're Sean Marks, right? I'm
Okay.
Rob Pelinka. I'm giving you a call.
All right, I got that hat.
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing? I got a trade for you.
Shoot.
All right? I'll give you Westbrook, THT, 2 first-round picks. You give me Kyrie and what's the kid name? Harris. Give me Harris and call it square.
I'm hanging up.
What? What are you hanging up? That's a good deal.
You're asking for a king's ransom.
That is not a king's ransom.
Troublemaker. No. I'm hanging up. I'd rather keep him. I'd rather keep Kyrie. I'll trade Kevin Durant, get a king's ransom in return, and then figure out what I'm going to do with Kyrie throughout the season. KD, when KD's unhappy, he's not going to play. He'll probably cut his hair and all his powers goes away. You know what I mean? Nappy hair KD is what we want in the NBA.
Nappy hair KD.
That is what we want in the NBA.